to use env files in your PHP application. So this is a pure PHP code right here. As you can see, it's just a very simple one. I have my config, then I have my database as PHP. So for security purpose, this is always wrong. You know, in tutorials, this is what they always do on tutorials, right? So you can see we have the host, we have the DB, we have the username. Everything is kind of like exposed right here, right? So even though when you deploy it, it's still exposed. So basically what you can do is that you can connect your env. You can have all of these things inside your env, then connect it to your database of PHP. But before we do that, we need to install a package called phpdotenv. I'm going to come and say composer require first class. So we have the vlucas/php.env. Like this. I'm going to say no. So this is actually going to install it for me inside of this place right here, right? So this is just the way you do it also on production. So you do it this way. That is if you are actually building your application with pure PHP, right? So after that, I'm going to create a file in the root directory. It's going to be what? .env right here. So as I'm creating this .env right here, I am now going to have my DB hosts. I'm going to have my DB name. I'm going to have my DB user. I'm going to have my DB pass. That's my password. I'm going to put in my password like this. I'm going to put in the username is root. I'm going to put in the name of the database. So the name of the database is this one. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it here, and I'm also going to copy this localhost right here. So this is what you do. So I'm going to clear everything I have here, right? And I'm going to rewrite it all the way from scratch with the correct code. Why this is still working, right? So I'm going to start with my PHP head here. So I have my PHP. I'm going to do my require. I'm going to do my require, right? So do my that. Then I'm going to go straight into the vendors folder, right? So I'm going to go straight into that vendors folder like this. / So I'm going to go into this vendors folder right here. So I have this vendor folder here /autoload.php like this. All right, so we need to grab this part here. So this is already working perfectly. So after that, I'm going to say use. I'm going to say use.env, right? Use.env /.env like this. So basically, you can see we've connected the env, so it's already in our database of PHP like that. Then after that, I'm going to load the .env, load.env. I'm going to load it, right? So let me just come and do / like this, load it. So basically, after that, I'm going to create a variable called .env, which actually equals to the dot here, env there. So I'm going to have the create method, create immutable like this. So I'm going to have the there. And right here, I have to slash this to this here. So since I've done that already, I'm going to do my .env using the load method like this, right? Using the load method like this. So basically after that, I'm going to access my variable. So access the env values. Access the env values like that. So I'm going to start with host is equals to s.env, which is what db hosts, like that. So we have the db name equals to, we have the username equals to, and we also have the password equals to. So in here, this will be db what exactly? db name. So in here, this is going to be what? The db user, and oh my god, that's capital, db user, and in here is going to be what? Pass. So it's actually equals to what we have in the env folder right here. So I've done that. So now let's do a try and catch. Yeah, I'm going to use the create a variable pod. I'm sure you guys know what pod is. Create a method, a new class pod. So in here, I'm going to write in my SQL colon posts is equals to posts. I'm going to do this. db name is equals to db name. After that, we'll do this again. Is equals to utf8. Alright, like that. So I'm gonna have a comma here. Then after that, I'm gonna have my my username. After username, I'm gonna have my my password. And right here. So I'm gonna have a array here, right? So I'm setting up my POD statement properly. Section. Fetch mode to POD. Fetch mode. This. So basically after that, I'll do my simple catch right here. I'll do my simple catch to my POD exception. Yeah. So I'll do my die method here. So say database is bad. Like this. Alright, so this is how you actually load env inside your PHP application, right? So first of all, don't forget to use this method. So even though you're actually on production, this is what you do. Don't expose your database information online. It's actually very, very dangerous. Don't do that. Make sure you always use your env connected to your data to your PHP like that. So don't worry, in another series, I'm going to be explaining on how to build a more secure login and sign up application in PHP. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.